science subject for 4th class. Nana, previously what we learned, we discussed about the plants living and surviving. So half of the lesson we have completed, but once again I will revise you. So plants living and surviving. How these plants live and survive, Nana? According to their habitat. Habitat means what? Habitat is a place where an organism lives. Actually lives. It's nothing but the habitat. So according to the habitat, the plants are divided into two parts. The plants are again divided into two parts. What are those? Terrestrial plants and the aquatic plants. Terrestrial plants and the aquatic plant. Terrestrial means what, Nana? The plants which live on land are called the terrestrial plants. Plants which live on the land are called the terrestrial plants. Aquatic means what, Nana? The plants which live in water are called the aquatic plants. Now we'll see about the first. We'll discuss about the terrestrial plants. So terrestrial plants means what, Nana? Plants which live on land are called the terrestrial plants. So these terrestrial plants are different types, Nana. What are those? These terrestrial plants are plains, forests, grasslands, deserts, hills and mountains and marshes. Okay, na? These terrestrial plants are what, Nana? Plains, forests, grasslands, deserts, hills and mountains and marshes. Up to grasslands we have completed. That's not the children. But once again I will revise you. Okay, na? So what are the plains? Plains means what, Nana? In this the plants are varied. The plants are varied. That means, Nana, here for this plant they have many branches and many leaves also will be there. These plants, in the plain plants, they have the many branches and many leaves, and these leaves will shut down in the winter season. The leaves will shut down in the winter season. Why they will shut down in the winter season? To control the loss of water. Okay, na? To control the loss of water. Okay, na? And not only that, Nana, here in these plains, the plants it will be adapted for the, how they are adapted? They are adapted according to the climatic conditions. In summers also they will control the summers. Okay, na? They will bear the hot summers also. They will bear the hot summers. So these plains are also nothing but what, Nana? Mesophytes. These plains are nothing but what? Mesophytes. Now tell the examples of plains, Nana. Banyan tree, mango tree, peepal tree, neem tree. All these are the plants that live on the plains. Okay, na? Yes. Now we will discuss about the forest. So how this forest, how the plants will be in forest, Nana? They are the very thick forest. The plants will be thick. Okay, na? Very thick forest will be there. In this, here they have the shrubs will be there, herbs will be there. Okay, na? They have the herbs and the shrubs. So these plants are called what, Nana? These plants are called as what, Nana? Evergreen and deciduous plants. Okay, na? These forest plants are what? They are the evergreen and the deciduous plants in forest. Okay, na? Now we will see the grasslands. Here the grasslands means what, Nana? Here in the grassland the plants are grown in the grasslands, and they have the grass. Most of the plants are in grasses, and they have the flowers with grass. Okay, na? And here they have the less rainfall. They have the very less rain. They have the rainfall. So now next we'll discuss today. Now we'll discuss about the deserts. Now we'll discuss about the deserts. So deserts means what, Nana? Here the climate will be very extreme. Climate will be there. In the desert, the climate will be very extreme. Climate will be there. So these deserts we call it as what, Nana? Xerophytes. These deserts we call it as what? Xerophytes. Extreme climate, extreme temperature means what? In winters, the winters will be very cool, and summers, the summers will be very hot, and in the rainy season they don't have sufficient rainfall. Okay, na? So that means there is a scarcity of water. They have the scarcity of water. Due to the scarcity of water, only desert plants, few plants only will be grown in these desert areas. So now tell me the example of one desert plant, Nana. Yes, cactus. Cactus is one of the main desert plant. So they have very less water. They need very less water. So now we'll see how this desert plant, cactus plant, will be adapted in the desert area. So these desert plants are also called as what, Nana? Xerophytes. Now we'll see that how this desert plant will be adopted in the desert area. We'll see now. So now how this desert plant will be there? So whatever the roots are there, that roots go deep into the soil to take the underground water. Only the underground water only will be present to take the water. So these roots, what will happen? These roots go deep into the soil to take the underground water. And next, the stem, how the stem will be? The stem will be very thick, consist of full of water. Okay, na? And the stems are modified as what, na? The stems are in green color. The stems will be in green color, and they act as they prepare the food in the stem only. They prepare the food in the stem with the presence of photosynthesis. In the process of photosynthesis process, they will prepare the food in the stem only. Okay, na? Then how the leaves will be, Nana? So in this, in desert, this xerophytes, the cactus plant, the leaves were modified as what, Nana? Modified is nothing but the reduce. They reduce it to as spines and thorns. Spines are nothing but what, Nana? Spines or thorns అంటే ఏంటి ముళ్ళులు. ఈ లీవ్స్ అనేది ముళ్ళులుగా మారిపోతాయి అన్నమాట. The leaves are reduced and to spines and thorns to reduce the loss of water. To reduce the loss of water. Not only to reduce the loss of water, but also to protect from other animals, that not to be eaten by the other animal. The plants, because of presence of these thorns, the animals will not take these plants as a food. Okay, na? This is about the desert plants. Now we'll discuss about the hills and the mountains. Now we'll discuss the hills and the mountains. In the hills and mountains, they have very heavy rainfalls will be there, Nana. The heavy rainfalls will be there. So in the how these leaves will be, they have very long leaves. Here they have the very long leaves, and the trunk also will be long. Okay, now the leaves, how the leaves will be? Long means needle-like leaves will be there. The leaves will be needle-like shape, and they have the long trunk. So due to the presence of long trunk అంటే ఏంటిది stem చాలా పొడుగ్గా సన్నగా పొడుగ్గా ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. So due to the presence of this long trunk, what happens, if they have strong wings also, they can stand straight. They cannot bear any problem to that. Okay, na? So and what are the plants that lives in hills and mountains? Spir. What are the trees they have in the hills and mountains area, Nana? Spurs, pine, and then deodar, cedar. These are the trees we have in the hills and the mountain places. So here what happened, the trees remain throughout for these trees, the leaves remain throughout the year like that only. The leaves will not fall off. Throughout the year, the leaves will remain like that only. So the fruits are in conical in shape. Here in the hills and mountains, the fruits are in what shape, Nana? Conical in shape. So these fruits, these trees we call them as what, Nana? Coniferous trees. So these trees we call them as what? Coniferous trees. So small non-farm plants, mosses, leeches also grown in these hills and mountains. So what are the trees we have grown in the places, Nana? Mosses, leeches. So are the trees that are grown in these hills and mountains. Okay, na? Now we'll discuss the marshes. So marshes place, how the, Nana? Marshes are areas with clay soil. How the soil will be? Here in the marshes area, the soil will be very clay and huge water will be present. Okay, na? So whatever the so for this plant, the roots are grown outside. The roots are grown, extra roots are grown outside because to take the air, and what are the, Nana? See, so very little bit of air only these plants will be taken, because most of the plant will be in the water itself only. So because of this reason, what happened, the roots will come out. So most of the trees will be, the roots will be grown outside to take as a to take the air. This is about the marshes, and these marshes are also called as what, Nana? Pneumatophores. These marshes are also, we call them as what? Pneumatophores. And what are the plants that grown in marshes areas, Nana? Mangrove. Mangrove are the plant that grows in the marshes places. Okay, this is about the terrestrial plants. This is about the terrestrial plants. What are the terrestrial plants, Nana? Terrestrial plants means what? Plants that live on land are called the terrestrial plants. What are those terrestrial plants? Plains, forests, grasslands, hills and mountains, deserts, and the marshes. Okay, na? So we have discussed this one. Okay, na? Now for terrestrial plants we have completed. Now we will go to the aquatic plants. Aquatic plants means what, Nana? Plants that live in water are called the aquatic plants. Plants which live in water are called the aquatic plants. These aquatic plants are also called as what, Nana? Hydrophytes. These aquatic plants we call it as what? Hydrophytes. So again these aquatic plants are also again have three types. These are also again divided into three types. What are those, Nana? Free floating plants, rooted and floating plants, underwater or submerged plants. So again these aquatic plants are also divided into how many parts, Nana? Three types they are divided. What are those? Free floating plants, rooted and free floating plants, and underwater or submerged water plants. Now we look into the free floating plants. What is a free floating plant, Nana? Here the plants will float freely in the water. They are not fixed to the mud. Okay, now the roots are not fixed to the mud. They float freely in the water. Why they float freely in the water, Nana? Because they have very less weight. They have very less weight and they are very small in size. And some of the free floating, what are the examples of free floating plants, Nana? Lamina, Ulfia, Piscia, next water hyacinth are the examples of free floating plants. Okay, now we'll see about the rooted and floating plants. Now we'll see the rooted and the free floating plants. So in roots of aquatic plants, they have the fixed to the mud. They fixed to the roots are fixed to the mud, and the leaves are they have the broad leaves. They will be floating in the water. And how they have a long petals, petioles. They have the long petioles also. So what are the examples of rooted and floating plants, Anna? Lily, water lily, lotus. Okay, now these are the examples of the rooted and the floating plants. Now we look into the underwater or submerged plants. Here underwater and submerged plants are nothing but these plants completely grow inside the water only. The plants completely grow inside the water and they don't have any stomata. So how the leaves and these roots are fixed to the mud. The leaves are completely fixed to the mud, and how these leaves will be, the leaves will be very long. They have the leaves of very long leaves they have, so they don't have any stomata. So whatever they take the air from the outside itself only. Okay, na? They breathe through the body surface, outside the surface of the abdomen. They will breathe the air. So this is about the underwater submerged plant. So what is the example of underwater submerged plants, Anna? Hydrilla, Vallisneria. These are the examples of the underwater submerged plants. Okay, Nana? This is about the topic of the aquatic plants. I think you have understood, Nana. Once again, revise, Nana. Aquatic plants means what, Nana? Aquatic plants nothing but the plants that live in water are called the aquatic plants. These aquatic plants also we call them as what? Hydrophytes. Again, these aquatic plants are again divided into three parts. What are those? Free floating plants, rooted and floating plants, underwater plants. Okay, na? Free floating plants mean the plants which float freely in the water and they are not fixed to the mud. Because why? They have very small in size. These plants are very small in size and they have very less weight also. Okay, na? So that they can float easily in the water. Examples, what are the free floating plants of examples, Anna? Lamina, Ulfia, Piscia. Okay, na? Water hyacinth are the examples of the free floating plants. Rooted and floating plants means what, Nana? Yes, the plants will be rooted in the mud. Okay, na? And the leaves will be, they have very broad leaves and they have the petal, they have the long petioles. That is, petals will be long. So that with the help of this flat leaves, they float freely in the water. What are the examples of rooted and aquatic plants, Nana? Water lily, lotus are the examples of the rooted and the floating plants. Now, so underwater and submerged water plants means these plants are completely grown inside the water only and they are fixed to the mud. The roots are fixed to the mud. They don't have any stomata. Because why they don't have stomata? Their leaves are very small and very long leaves will be there. Okay, na? So they breathe the surface of the plant only. Okay, na? This is about the aquatic plants. Okay, na? Up to here we have completed. So remaining topic we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, now up to here everyone understood now. So children, please read the lesson. We have to read the lesson. If you read the lesson only, you can understand the content, what I have explained. You have to read the lesson once, twice, thrice. You have to read the lesson so that you can write down the answers easily. Because very long answers will be there in this lesson. Because you will ask write about the terrestrial aquatic plants means full points you have to write compulsory. Okay, each and every point we have to discuss. So each and every line to line you have to read the lesson and be perfect with the lesson. Okay, na? Thank you.